if you ever have the canopy fall on you, it hurts. I have tried this.
I also have some experiences.
So I can certify that it hurts.
Yeah.
Right, so 10. That's good.
Yeah.
Right.
It's okay.
You got the checklist?
Yeah, I got it for. We'll do it, I know it.
Right, so we can start on the checklist then, eh?
Okay then. So we need to check ignition, external turbulent engine cables,
Come on.
cockpit, yeah. So canopy locked, emergency release secure.
That's that there.
Emergency release. I never know they are there. If you would need, we would pull it to ourselves this way.
You pull it and it just undoes the two hinges and then you can push the canopy off.
So you even don't need to touch this one?
You'd probably do the two and then just push the thing out of the way. It's only obviously for getting out on the ground, but to be honest with you, undo that and throw the thing forward and just leap out. It's going to be quicker.
Yeah, I know. And possibly
in the air, there's not much point really.
Save head or just don't get it smashed.
Yeah, exactly.
It will be fucking.
Yeah.
Okay, rudder pedals set and secure.
Yeah, mine is set and secure.
Yeah. Harness.
Yeah, mine is good.
Fast and secure. Yeah. Controls, full free and correct movements.
Right, so we checked that before we got in, part of the DI, and just checking that we've got full movement on the controls now.
Okay, throttle full and free.
Again, full and free movement.
Yeah, nice one. Parking brake on.
Yep.
Avionics off. Fuel cock on. Main switch on.
Main switch.
Main. Yeah. Main.
Yeah.
Engine instruments. Check them. Yeah.
Right, they're reading what we would expect at this point. So yeah, no problem.
No problem.
Yeah.
Flight instruments, condition altimeter and QFE.
Which I've just set, yeah.
Compass condition.
Yeah.
South.
It would appear to be fixed. It's been causing a problem before. Okay, so good.
Okay. Cabin heating closed for startup. Close, it's like this.
Yeah.
Trim, correct movement set to neutral.
Yeah.
Neutral.
Yeah.
Parking brake on. Now it's starting.
Yeah. Sure.
Engine cold start.
Alright, cold start. So throttle is closed.
Choke fully.
Choke fully out. Remember to press the button on the choke.
Fully out. Warm start. Strobe.
Strobe on.
Strobe on. On. Fuel pump on.
Yep.
Control column held fully back. Ignition both.
Yeah, do you want to click it to both?
Okay. That's right, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Both. And call clear prop.
Should look around for anybody in the way of anything. Can't see anybody.
Okay.
Clear prop!
Clear prop. And provided it's clear, press start button and release immediately. Engine picks up.
Okay. Just start it basically.
Okay. So, after starting, oil pressure
Has risen.
between two reds, green. Avionics on. Radio on, set local frequency.
Goes to the SQ position.
SQ.
And the frequency is 127.
Decimal.
Decimal 57.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember the decimal?
Decimal.
That's right, yeah.
Decimal. Transponder.
Set to 7,000 and we'll put it straight to the alt setting.
Alt setting. Call flap.
Right, it's closed at the moment. We'll leave it closed for the moment.
So it helps warm up engine.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Okay. Choke fully in.
It is now.
And now it's check max.
Okay, so we're looking at the RPM. We want to see a small drop in RPM, which we've got, and that should sort of restore. Yeah, which it has. A small drop in RPM again. That tells me that the switch is working. It also tells me that each ignition circuit is working.
Yeah.
So that's what we check there.
So yeah. Okay, so now we have warm up 2 minutes at
Yeah, well, while we're taxiing out it'll warm up, so that's not a problem.
Okay then. DI on and synchronized.
Okay, so switch him on.
DI.
Yeah, leave it for a sec. It's got to spin up, yeah.
Okay. Navigation lights
Yeah,
on.
forget it.
Slide. TS on.
Yeah. That's the one, yeah.
Turn and slip on.
Yeah.
Fuel pump off.
Okay. Right, so now we're ready for taxiing, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you right.
Thank you very much.
Right, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you okay.
Right, super. Okay. Right. Before we start taxiing, close the throttle. Right, check it's clear, and then release the brake.
Release the brake.
So always release the brake before you... Sorry, always close the throttle before you release the brake.
Okay, close the throttle before release the...
Yep, and look outside when you release the brake,
Yeah.
in case the aircraft starts moving without you realising it. Okay, so gently start to ease forward on the power, and as you can see the aircraft starts to move. Close the throttle again and check the brake works.
Yeah.
Okay, and I say do that as soon as you can, but where it's safe to do it. Okay, there's nothing around at the moment, we're on the tarmac, nice safe place to do it. Otherwise we may possibly have to taxi all the way along here and halfway down there before we can check it. Okay?
Okay,
So,
yeah.
right, let's keep going then.
Keep going then, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so let's go then, yeah?
Sure.
Nice and easy.
Certainly is.
You see nicely the wind blowing from
Yeah.
right? Okay.
So that car, there we go.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Better more than less.
Okay, now it doesn't affect this aircraft too much, the wind. You probably feel it rocking a little on the wing. The wing's rocking a little. But a lot of tailwheel aircraft, you have problems taxiing in a straight line when there's a strong wind. Because the thing tries to turn into wind all the while. So this one isn't too bad.
Yeah.
So we also have the steerable tail wheel, which helps to keep it straight.
I mean, about radio calls, I already know downwind radio call.
Yeah.
Is there any necessary for future exam which I will need to do?
Okay, well, look, we're taxiing at the moment, so we could call and tell them we're doing that. This is the hold point, that yellow line. So,
You would stop?
as traffic, Golf Oskar Sierra is at the hold, backtracking 27 hard for departure. So all I'm saying is we're at the holding point, and we're backtracking the runway, which is runway 27, and we're backtracking it because we intend to take off.
You take.
But we never use the word take off. We always use the word departure. So So
Takeoff is just for clearance for air traffic, and
that's the only time we use the word takeoff. Otherwise, we talk about departure. So we're taxiing for departure.
yeah. Quite sensitive. Okay.
Okay, CHT has risen now, look. So that's good.
So it's, you told me once it's temperature of the head.
The cylinder head temperature is the
Cylinder
actual
head.
top of the engine. The metal top of the engine. On aircraft engines, each cylinder has its own cylinder head. On a car, you would have all 4 cylinders and you would have one cylinder head for all 4 cylinders.
So now we go, let's slow down a little bit. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, and we turn left. And
Well,
then-
hang on. Try and avoid going on the gravel if you can.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I know in the winter we did, but that was because the grass was so soft.
Uh-huh.
If we'd gone on the grass, we probably would have stopped. In fact, we did once, if you
So,
remember.
okay.
So, what I would do here is stay on the tarmac and just turn. And we know that the grass is solid. It's okay for us to taxi on at the moment because it's quite dry.
Yeah. So
So
it's hard and we don't get bog or how to say.
exactly, we don't get bogged down. That's right. Okay, we'll stop there. Okay, put the brake on then. Right, so the power check then. Now I've stopped it on the grass because the grass will help to hold it back a little bit. You know it creeps forward when you do the power check. So the grass, it's going to hold it in place a little bit better than it does on the tarmac. So
Clever.
intention there, yeah.
Intention, yeah.
Thinking ahead, you see. Right, so remember we've got to hold the brake on. We have to hold it.
Yeah.
And we're going to advance the throttle and keep the control column back. Advance the throttle, and we want to go to full power, and we should see at least 5,000. So. Okay, which we've got. Okay, so bring it back to 4. That's it. 4, yeah, a little bit more. So it doesn't have to be dead on. So we're reading 3,900 now. So if we click it off, we've got a drop of about 100 RPM, which comes back up. Yep. Again, a drop of perhaps a little bit less than that. Yeah. Which comes back up. Okay, that's fine. Instruments are looking good. Pressure, that temperature hasn't come up yet, but then again, it never does come up particularly quickly. And close the throttle and let's see what the engine is idling at. It's idling at 1800 and it does say
Check
idling minimum 1400.
Yeah.
So it's more than 1400. If anything, it's perhaps a little bit on the high side. Okay. Right, so yeah.
Brake on.
Right, pre-takeoff then.
Canopy.
Just check it's closed and locked.
Yeah. Oops. Good.
These straps nice and tight.
Strap nice and tight. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Trim, we've already set it once, but just a visual check to see that the needle, the arm is in more or less the right place, i.e. the middle. DI, right, so we're reading 245, so we need to just alter that slightly to give us the same reading, don't we?
Just one more, what it means that the red...
Well, because the low volt light is on, it'll probably start to go off now. All it is we're using so much power on the radio, the transponder, everything else. With low revs, it can't provide enough power, so that's just showing a low volt indication. See, the voltage is good now.
Yeah. So we were like using power from battery.
Yeah.
Now it goes from, I don't know, alternator.
Alternator, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So fuel cock,
Open.
fuel pump,
on.
contents.
1.5.
Yep. Cowl flap, we'll have that open now.
So it's closed now, so
Just
open.
twist it slightly
Twist it
that way,
slightly.
the other way,
Really?
the other way.
Other way.
That's it. Just half a turn. That's it.
Half a turn.
No,
It's too much.
see from there. Just half a turn.
Mhm.
Now pull it back.
Pull it back.
That's it, and half a turn back this way till it goes tight. Don't really.
Don't too much.
Not
Don't break
too
it.
much. Otherwise, you can't undo it then.
Oh my God.
So you know, and that's the same. That's exactly the same. You see, it locks. But again, people have just pulled it, turned it, and you can't undo the thing. You know, it's stuck.
Ah,
So not
too much power. Too much brutal power.
and not enough thinking. Yeah. Right, careful. Spoilers. Right, the spoilers are now closed. Okay, and you can visually check by looking at the wings that they're closed. Eventualities, obviously. We've got a strong wind today. It's coming a little bit from our left, so we expect the aircraft to swing a bit to the left on takeoff. Probably more than it normally swings left, so it's probably going to do it a bit more than it would normally.
So if it swings us to left, do we something? Do we use right rudder?
Right rudder. Also, we may expect it to lift that wing up, so we may have to move the stick over to keep that wing down. But don't just do it, you know, watch and see what's happening and react to it. But be aware that's what you may need to do. So if you think, I may need to use that, if it does it, I will use that. If it swings, I'll use the pedal. Don't sort of start. Some people say, oh, the crosswind from that side, start with the rudder over. Yeah, and then you start swinging that way. Great stuff. Good idea. No,
But too early.
just be ready for what it's going to do, and that's what it's probably going to do. I'm ready to do something about it, you see. So again, think ahead. Okay, and as normal, if the engine stops, we lower the nose, maintain speed, land ahead if we can. If not, we go for one of the fields a bit further out. Okay?
Okay.
Right then, so,
Just in question,
sure.
would we use air brake or we would just land straight?
At the last bit, yeah. We get to our field. Once we know we can make it to the field that we're going to land in, we then use the air brake as we would normally to land on the airfield. See what I mean? So again, you would control your rate of descent with the spoiler to put it down in your field. Okay. Right, you're tractoring over there. I was going to say we'd take off on the grass. So let's taxi onto the tarmac and we'll take off on the tarmac.
Okay then.
Okay? So you have control.
Have control.
That's traffic. Golf Oskar Sierra is lining up to the part 275. Now he's moving.
Now he's moving in front of us. Do we go straight away or we stop?
Yeah, let's go for it. We'll be off the ground in no time flat.
Okay.
Okay, off we go then. Full power then. Okay, you can forward on the stick, get the tail off the ground, and then keep it straight, that's it. Speed's building up nicely. Like I said, we'll be off the ground in no time. Well, that's the end of the tarmac, and we're at 200 feet.
Yeah, it's because of so strong wind. We were so short.
It does a lot for short field takeoff, strong wind. A lot. Okay, keep heading towards the windmill. And anything above 300 feet, you can start to throttle back. Keep the nose up though. Yeah, okay. Keep the nose up a bit. That's it. Right, start throttling back a bit. That's it, that's good. Okay. If you keep the nose up, we don't go so fast. We don't hit the bumps quite so hard then. You get a bit smoother ride.
So we like something like 55.
55 would be good. Just think about it, if you hit the curb in your car at 15 miles an hour, it's a big jolt. If you hit it at 2 miles an hour, it's just a same thing really. Okay. I think we'll head over that way.
Okay then.
Towards the lake.
Towards the lake, yeah.
chances are it's going to push the wing back down again shortly afterwards. So if you keep fighting it, you'll be fighting all the while. You know?
Yeah. So now one side?
Yep. Okay, let's roll. Let's level off, shall we? We'll have 60 knots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe we are in sync, I don't know.
I think we might be.
Yeah, still going.
We're in. Let's know. Okay, so just remind ourselves what the instruments are telling us. The airspeed indicator relates to the attitude. Okay, so if the speed increases, probably because the nose is down. The speed begins to drop, it's because the nose is probably rising. If you move the stick, you'll see that will suddenly change. So if we ease forward on the stick, that will go down quite quickly. See, whereas that takes a while before that starts to move. Okay, the same if you raise the nose, that will go up quite quickly before the speed changes.
Nice.
Yeah, like I said, just tighten the straps a bit. Okay. And then in the turn, obviously the wings are level, so the turn indicator is straight. That's also not moving. So if that starts to move over and that starts to crack, it means that you're in your bank. And the further the needle is over, the steeper the bank. Okay?
So this goes first, yeah?
Yeah, just the needle on that. Needle. Okay. Yeah, that is just a ball in a piece of tube. So what that relates to is whether the rudders are in the middle or not. Okay. So you just keep that in the centre by pressing on the pedal. Okay. Right. Super. So let's have a go, shall we?
Yeah.
Right. You want to put that on? While I have control for a
Yeah,
sec?
you have control, yeah? Okay.
Okay. Right, now, you see the needles are over, that's turning, so you're in a bank. Also, look at the speed. Remember, just gentle movements. Just correct one thing at a... Only try and correct one thing at a time. Don't try and do more than one thing at once.
Okay.
Okay, now, we're turning, so we must be banked. So ease the stick over a little bit. That's it. If that stops turning, neutralise the stick again. Okay, now you see the nose is up.
Yeah.
So just ease the nose down a little bit, not too much.
Alright.
That's it. So just follow what the instruments are telling you.
Yeah, telling me I'm left bank.
Right, you're a bit slow, so
Yeah.
you need to lower the nose a little bit. So just ease forward on the stick.
Yeah.
Remember, just hold the stick very gently.
Very gently, yeah.
Yeah, just finger and thumb even.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
right bank.
Okay.
We are sinking, yeah. But,
Yeah.
but we are about just 50, is it okay?
Yeah, just watch the speed.
Yeah, yeah. We are sinking like hell, but we are
Yeah,
just
that's
55.
okay. Okay, yeah. Well,
Right.
remember, the air is going up and down. It's quite a good gliding day today.
Okay.
So,
So now, even we are sinking, I must push forward because of
yeah,
speed.
keep the speed. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
We are about 1,400.
that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
So just see whether or not the aircraft is trimmed. Just relax completely on the stick.
Okay.
And see what the aircraft does.
Now it's in turbulence.
Okay, now see if you can turn the aircraft to the left a little.
Okay.
See if you can go into the left turn.
Left, yeah.
Okay. See the nose is up, so
Yeah, so let's
yeah.
go down a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, you can keep that turn going.
Okay.
Don't let the turn get too steep.
Okay.
Ideally, you should be on one.
On one only, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back a little bit.
That's okay.
1.5, yeah, something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
2. Okay.
Okay, now see if you can level the wings now.
Level the wing now, yeah. And down with our speed, yeah.
Yeah,
So we are something like that level wing.
that's right, yeah.
And a little bit trim it, okay.
Okay.
Back. Okay. Oh my god.
I think maybe you trimmed it too far back.
Too far back. Or it will. Okay, speed 50, a bit more.
Okay, just try and control the stage. Relax,
Yeah, control, okay.
Yeah, you pretty much trimmed for 60. Okay, you got it again.
Yeah,
You have control again.
I'd control that, yeah. Very sensitive.
Very much so. Especially on a day like today. Okay, let's come round to the left then, shall we?
Okay, stop right, left. Oh, come on. Oh, bloody hell.
Okay, straight for that.
Right. Down.
That's it.
Like that. Much.
Correct that.
There you go.
Yeah, remember any movements you make, particularly in pitch, or you're moving the stick forward or back, the airspeed indicator is going to take a long time to follow the movement.
Yeah.
So you have to make a change and then wait for ages to see what that change has done. Because you can't see, your mind is racing much faster than normal. So what you think is a couple of seconds, in fact, is only half a second. Okay, let's see if we can do a right turn this time.
Okay. So if you want me to go to right, yeah?
I want to go to the
Or
right.
you want us to go to
Yep, let's do a right turn.
I know the ball is a little bit
relax on the stick, let the trim do the work for you.
Alright.
What you're doing is, without realising, you're pushing and pulling on the stick.
Yeah, I do too much here. So,
That's why you've got to relax on the stick and just try and just touch the stick rather than hold the stick. That's dropping.
yeah,
So that means your nose is too high.
yeah. It was thermal. Okay, no problem.
Possibly.
Or
Again, the nose is still high because you've got the speed.
high.
Yeah, the nose is high because your speed is low.
And it shows we are sinking. Okay.
Yeah, but the nose is still high, look, because the speed is still low.
Oh, okay, so let's go down
You've
here.
got to get the nose down.
Okay. We want 55.
Speed is still dropping, so you're still keeping the nose up.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, but
55.
you've got to watch on
This
that.
is important.
You've got to watch that as well.
This is more important than this one. Then.
Well, that will tell you an instantaneous thing. That's telling you if the speed is low, you've got to lower the nose to increase the speed, haven't you?
Okay, yeah, right here. So I must really increase speed.
Okay.
So,
I think you've got the trim too far back. The nose keeps coming up. You keep wanting to bring the nose up. So the trim is too far back. Just relax a sec. Just see what it is. Okay, hold. Let go of the stick a sec. Okay, let go of the stick.
Yeah.
Let go. Let go. I have control.
Get control, yeah?
Let go of the stick. When you let go of the stick,
I was thinking 102. I don't know why.
Yeah, no worries.
No worries. Okay, 120. I know.
Get the wings level. If you're going to level up on the heading, you need to start straightening up about 15 degrees before you get to the heading.
Okay.
Otherwise you'll shoot past it like you just done.
Okay. 120, but
Okay, yeah, looking good, looking good. Okay, well, I have control.
yeah, control. Yeah.
Oh, do you want to take the hood off?
Okay.
Enough of that, I think. Just chuck it over the back. Okay, see where you are now?
Next airfield.
Yeah.
I'm in 99.9%. If you need to keep it like this because then you see it straight. If you make it like this, you might see a little bit of the ground.
Yeah,
I didn't want to see it, but
Yeah, that's right.
because I don't care.
Yeah, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it properly. Okay, you got it again?
Yeah, I got it again. Yeah.
Okay. One of the guys I used to work with, he's saying, why don't we set up a flying school out, buy a plane, and get on an airfield and buy a plane and we can set up a flying school.
Yeah, good.
Could have. You kind of work a lot these days. Okay, come round to the right.
And then there.
What we'll do is we'll join the circuit when you're down to 800, if we ever get down to 800 feet, we'll join the circuit. Okay, straight to the left. Marquee's being dismantled.
Which one? What do you mean? Dismantle.
Okay,
Okay, no problem.
Taken apart, yeah.
Yeah.
Taken apart.
So we got still 950.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
going up, aren't we? Keep going straight, that'll be okay.
Yeah.
There we go, we're coming down now, look.
Yeah, nice. 2 knots. No, 2 meters per second. Yeah.
That's 400 feet a minute, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if we put some power on now, keep it level. Okay, then if you come round to the left.
Right, on the left, yeah.
Yeah. Right, left, right again. Obviously got a strong wind, so we'll keep the base leg quite close to the airfield. Okay.
Okay.
Look over the back of the wing. Where are we? Lost it now. That's alright. Yeah, it's something else up there. I'll show you. Yeah, we're going to do another circuit, so we'll do that in a minute. Right, so, downwind. What do we think about it?
Downwind. We make my check and we can call
Okay,
radio call.
right, let's do the check first.
Fuel.
Yep.
Fuel cock. Fuel pump on.
Yeah.
Fuel.
Good.
R. Radio on. SQ 127.57.
Yeah.
E. Engine instrument. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Altimeter. QFE.
Yeah.
T. Transporter.
Yeah.
7,000. And the harness.
Yeah.
Secure. Yeah.
Okay, I'll turn now if I were you.
Yeah.
Turn now.
So now, yeah.
Yeah,
And
sure.
down through the gas.
Yeah, yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So because it's strong wind, we make it shorter. Yeah.
We can come in closer in, yeah. That's traffic, Golf Oskar Sierra is left base for 27 grass. We'll stick with the grass, I think.
Yeah.
But also, I'd keep the speed 60 to 65, okay?
60 to 65. Okay.
Just because of the strong wind. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Turn.
Yeah.
70. Okay, 165, yeah?
That's okay, just keep the speed, that's fine. Fine. Now, I think you will lose speed as you get close to the ground.
Yeah, so we push forward a little bit,
A
yeah?
little bit, yeah. Okay. Now,
And we-
approaching the ground, start to ease off.
Yeah.
Remember, hold it off the ground, hold
Yeah.
it off the ground. Don't let it touch down, don't let it touch down.
Because we were already on the ground, yeah?
Yes, ease back now. Hold it off the ground, hold it off.
Yeah.
Hold it off, hold it off, hold it off, hold it off. There we go.
Nice!
Perfection.
Yeah.
Okay. Load the spoilers.
Load the spoilers.
Power.
Power, okay.
Power to full.
Yeah. Oh, no. Fuck, it's the wind, it's different.
Yeah.
Alright. We were so fast.
I didn't say that, did I, before we took off? It'd be interesting to do something like a strong wind.
It is so short way.
Yeah, it gets off the ground a bit quick, doesn't it? Relax.
No, bro, yeah.
Don't try and fight it too much.
No, okay. We just don't want drop wing basically.
Yeah.
If it goes like sideways, it will be.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, alright.
Okay.
So we are 55, 600 feet high.
That's good. And what we'll do is we'll level off at 800 and then we'll come round onto the circuit, okay?
Okay then, yeah. 55. So I'm fighting too much here. I must learn to relax. So 800 here. Down. 3.5 approx.
Yeah,
60.
that's it. And if you start coming around now,
Coming round now 800 here.
okay. See that white tent on the ground?
Yes.
That's what I was on about.
Mm-hmm.
A big tent like that, we call it a marquee.
Marquee.
Yeah. You could have a dance or in it. I think they maybe had a wedding, so they held the after wedding event there.
Yeah.
We call it a wedding reception. The thing after the wedding, you know, where everybody dances and sits and has a meal.
Yeah, having
But the wealthy people in this country, they hire a marquee and put it on their land, so they don't have to hire a hall or anything.
mm-hmm.
Sooner have a hall personally.
Yeah, turn left. Yeah, it's good, saving money.
No, it doesn't really, because they've cost a fortune to hire. And you're still having the dance out in the field. Okay, so, breathe, isn't it?
Yeah, we are a little bit high.
That's okay.
Right.
Oh,
So 60.
Okay.
800. So
Okay.
again, F.
Yeah.
Fuel cock. Fuel pump on. Fuel contents.
Yeah.
Radio SQ.
Yeah.
E engine. Looks okay. Altimeter QFE. T transporter 7000. Harness.
Harness, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Golf Oskar Sierra, lay down with 675. Okay, round you come then, number 2 bar back again.
Okay, then yeah. Now 60.
Yeah, again, 60 to 65.
60 to 65. Okay,
Yeah, keep it at 60 at the moment.
Yeah.
But actually on the final approach, let the speed come up a bit.
Okay.
Remember what I said about hitting bumps hard at higher speed, you hit them harder.
Yeah.
So keep it slower now, but then on the approach, you want to get a little bit more speed on there.
Yeah.
And that speed is perfect.
Yeah.
So just keep it at that.
Okay, we got turbulence. 7.
Okay.
Get over here. Okay. 5. 18 smart. Not so good. Okay. I won't go 65.
Just keep it at that, that's fine. That's fine. That's looking good. Okay, now remember, hold it off just above the ground, just above the ground. That's it. Now hold it off the ground, now hold it off the ground. Hold it off, hold it off, hold it off. Keep it off the ground. Just keep it off the ground.
Yeah.
That's it, just keep easy back on the stick. Keep it back on the stick. Keep the stick all the way back.
Okay.
That's it. Okay, super.
Yeah.
Well, do one more, shall we? That's it. Okay, full power.
Full power.
Yeah.
Take care. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Okay. No problem. But it's a little bit windy.
And it's suddenly got windier, I think.
Yeah, I guess it's getting. No worries. We concentrated on our speed.
Yeah. So 70 be fine. Keep it at 70 on the approach.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, you were coming in at 70 and it looked about right, so
Yeah, but 17 and a while it goes to 80.
yeah, I would just try and keep it at 70, okay?
Okay then, yeah. This way. Yeah, 600 feet high.
Okay, just
65.
turn left now.
Turn to the left, yeah.
And then when you get to 800, you can level up.
Yeah.
And we should be about ready to start the circuit then.
Yeah.
Okay, straight to that.
Right there, yeah. We got 60. 700 feet.
Okay, level up to that.
Level up, yeah, down.
And come round on your circuit.
Okay.
Got traffic on the Sierra, down with left down 275. Okay, round you go.
Okay. So 60 then, 700 feet.
Yeah.
It's okay, yeah.
Okay.
So we can do our fuel pump,
Yeah.
fuel pump on, fuel contents okay, radio is on, engine looks sensible,
Yeah.
altimeter QFE,
Yeah.
700. Altimeter T, transporter 7000, and harness fair secure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
so much lift and sink, you know, just keep an eye on that. And, if necessary, use a bit of power to bring us up if you feel we're getting a bit low. Yeah, I think we should be okay on that.
Okay, we want like this, yeah?
Yeah.
65. Yeah, let's go down, yeah.
Close the throttle completely.
Yeah, it's close now, yeah.
Okay, good.
65, yeah. Okay, let's get ready for air brake.
Yeah.
Fucking fast now.
Right. Keep the stick hard back there.
Yeah,
Keep the spoilers open.
okay. Open.
Yeah.
Close. Open, you won't stop, yeah?
Okay, now close them.
All right, you
now,
close
now
them.
close them now.
Not close. Okay.
Right, a little bit of power and we'll head over to the track, okay?
Okay, yeah. It was a bit high, you know.
Just confusion.
Yeah, but look, we got
Yeah, crows. Yeah,
yeah, what you got?
yeah, I was watching them.
So close and open. Open means open. Ah, yeah.
Close.
Close, yeah. It will be quite interesting because the landing before I saw we were running under one wheel.
Yeah, that's right.
So
That's because when you close the spoilers, the wind is so strong, the aircraft was starting to fly. Which is why I said keep the spoilers open to slow it down, because the spoilers actually reduce lift on the wing, so it keeps it on the ground. So I was using the spoilers to help slow it down and keep it under control while we slowed down.
yeah.
Yeah.
But absolutely, it was nice. It's surprisingly. I mean, when we were landing at 70 or 80, the forces were stronger, and to push it left, it need more power.
Yeah, because remember, the more airflow over the control surfaces, the more you need to push to move them. Okay.
Yeah, if we got, of course, ideal is the best is to fly if it's just 55 or 60, you know, 65, but we were a little bit faster. And it was
Well, yeah, in a wind like this, you better have a bit more speed. Because like I said, when you come down close to the ground, one of those gusts could suddenly rob you of airspeed. So you really need a bit of extra airspeed.
Yeah, like
So if it robs you of 10 knots of airspeed, if you're doing 60, you're suddenly down to 50. If it robs you of 15, you're down to 45. If you're doing 65 or 70, you know, you're down to 55. That's still a safe speed.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we got safe. We are safety.
Yeah.
Because we just.
And we do exactly the same in the gliders, remember? A stronger wind, we come in faster. We choose a higher approach speed.
Yeah, I see, like fighters.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's the same in all aircraft, but they're not quite so affected by the wind as we are. You know, when they're touching down at 150 knots, you know, a 10 knot wind doesn't make a big difference. But we're touching down at 60, a 10 knot wind is a big amount of our airspeed, if you see what I mean.
Yeah. So we are somehow, it's better practice those wind drifts with
Yeah, that's
motor
right.
glider.
And also, when you've got wings this big, it affects you.
Yeah.
You know, a fighter aircraft has wings about that big, so it doesn't really affect.
Yeah.
Okay, fire for a second.
Okay. But I saw Royal Air Force, they got motor gliders.
That's right, yes.
So they do practice. They got kind of sense for.
They've got them, they just won't let them fly them at the moment. So I don't quite know what the...
I was jealous. I saw U.S. Army. They got motor sliders with engine. Like you can retract them or...
Well, we have them here. Some of the gliders here have retractable engines.
Because they are very expensive, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously it's more expensive, yeah.
I like them on Flight Simulator, but when I found I never can buy any even used one, but I saw US Army, they got it. I said, lucky guys.
Yeah. Well, that one over there has an engine in it. And that one. I don't know about these. I think that one does. But anyway. Okay.
So people must be rich somehow. I don't know.
I got more money than most, put it this way. Right. After landing then.
Transponder off.
Yep.
Fuel pump off.
Yep.
DI, which is over there.
Yep.
And the TNS.
Yep.
Navigation lights we didn't use.
Okay, so sure.
Shut down. Throttle closed. Yeah, it is, yeah, closed. Parking brake on.
Yep.
Radio off.
Yep.
So avionics off. Ignition check again.
Yeah, so slight drop. And now we can turn it on.
Yeah.
So again, we're checking the two circuits are working. Okay.
So next one can.
Yeah, if it's not working, then we really ought to tell the engineers so they can do something about it, rather than wait till the next person comes to fly it. Okay, strobe off. Yes, switch off. Main switch off, and we'll have the keys out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Right. So what we'll do is we'll put it in the hangar, and then we'll sort everything out once we're in the hangar. Okay.
Okay.
Right. I'll leap out, hold the canopy.
Yeah. And you
Or
get
you
it out.
Yeah. So, right. You hold the canopy while I get out then.
Oh, sorry,
Oh,
what?
no, okay.
I did something. I mean, stupid. I just don't want it disturb.
Yeah.
So like this, it should be long
Yeah.
enough to open this. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Much more catch on it.
Yeah. This.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, you got it?
I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Rightio. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Okay. Oh.
Like I say, we'll put it in the hangar, and then we won't be so worried about the wind then.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Brakes off.
Brakes off.
Right. Right. Let's.
Brake.